If you can't stay with us or play with us, just kick the shit out of us. I guess that's the solution for some teams. Let's get into it. Okay, once again, I am Brandon. I am like a new signing for Arsenal, and we're going to talk about the Arsenal-Aston Villa game. So, did a quick short, little 3 takeaways. I'm going to do 3 takeaway shorts after each game as well. I'm going to try to keep up with those. I ended this game very annoyed. Super annoyed. I have my notes per the usual. Let me pull them up here. Couple reasons I was annoyed. So, teams that can't hang, and this used to happen to us quite a bit. Teams that can't hang get direction from their coaches. And Aston Villa, listen, they're looking for a response. They had a terrible start to the season. They're not playing well. They're just not a good team at this point in time. They have some decent individual players. They're just not playing together. So Stevie G, I'm sure, wanted a response. So he says, go out there, be aggressive, kick them, disrupt their flow so they can't move the ball around quickly. And that's exactly what happened. Which, that's going to be people's tactics. I get that. I'm irritated by it, but it's the ref's job to put it into context in the game. Kamara should have had a yellow card in the first half, and then should have got a second yellow card in the second half. Shouldn't have even been near Ramsdale for the goal. Besides the point, whether that was a foul or not, I don't even know. Don't really care. But he shouldn't have been even on the field because he should have gotten 2 yellows before that. Because he didn't have to slow himself down for just literally being way over aggressive, disrupting the play, stopping counterattacks. We literally stopped one counterattack and Martin Odegaard, we get a yellow card. They did that multiple times before that, no yellow cards. So there's no reason for them to stop doing it, referee, if you're not going to punish people for doing it. Stop allowing them to play that way. They're playing that way because they're not as good. They think just straight aggression is going to get them in the game, which it did. And it was a complete loss to the game. We weren't allowed to play our football. I get it's a tactic. I'm good with it, but stop it to a point. Treat everyone like you would treat everyone else. Odegaard gets a yellow card for pulling him back, which it should have been because it was a kind of a breakaway. We should get the same treatment where when they're pulling us back in a breakaway, they should get a yellow card as well. It was Odegaard's first foul. Kamara did that literally 14 times in the first half and got no yellow card. It's ridiculous. I just want the same things for them as it is for us because they're only doing it to stop us from playing. So that's my referee rant for the beginning. I was super irritated at the game because, and I don't live in this, we're conspiracy theory, we always get screwed by refs. I don't. I just want consistency on both sides. Don't give Odegaard for the first foul ever a yellow card if you're not going to do the same thing for the other team. I'm good with Odegaard's yellow card. Totally good. But now Odegaard got hurt because they're running around slide tackling, ankle high. They did it to Odegaard, Martinelli. There was another player in there that they're going in way too aggressive because there's no reason for them not to do it because the referee didn't handle it. Okay, I swear I'll move on. Starting lineup, Lokonga came in for the party role. I was interested to see in the U.S. coverage, they had Xhaka and Lokonga kind of as the double holding midfielders, but we kept our same shape, and it looked like Lokonga was the deep lias, kind of like Partey, and then Ben White pinched in, Tierney sometimes pitched in, Xhaka kind of dropped sometimes. So we still kept our fluid system. I thought Lokonga looked good. I thought he looked really good. I thought he was efficient. I thought he was as efficient as El Neni is on the ball, but I think he's better at getting out of pressure than El Neni, and that is why we love Partey. He gets out of pressure, he can drop a shoulder and turn and progress the ball forward. I think Lokonga did that well today. Now, Aston Villa will not be the toughest test he will come against for sure. But I thought he did it well. I thought he kept things ticking along. I thought defensively, positionally wise, he was moving left and right the way Partey does wherever he was needed to fill gaps in space, positional play. So I thought he did that quite well. I was glad to see him get the nod and play decently well. I didn't know his stat. I didn't look up his stats, but I thought his passing actually was pretty accurate. I was interested to see how many pass completions. I was just really irked about the whole fouling thing. So First half, right out of the gate, Lokonga played a beautiful crossfield ball and it actually kind of had some curl on it. And I think it might have went over to Martinelli early on. So he got a nice long range pass in, completed it. It looked good. Crowd got excited about it. It must have given him a little bit of confidence because I thought he was passing well all game. Mings. Bakayo getting picked up off the ground and thrown to the ground so that Mings can go around him to get the ball. I'm not sure how that's not a penalty. If you're bodying someone and you're protecting the ball as a forward and the defender lifts you up under your arms to move you to the side, how is that not a foul? And the U.S. coverage says went down a bit soft there. When your feet aren't on the ground, you're going to go down a bit. I don't understand the logic. I don't get it. If I was shielding the ball when I was playing in college and someone lifted me who was bigger than me off the ground and moved me to the side, that's not fair play. It is not 50-50. It's using your brutal strength to pick someone up and move them. I don't understand. Mings gets away with absolute murder. I can't hack him. Not protected. So we're still super dangerous on corners. This was kind of like the Fulham game. In the first half of the Fulham game, we had a ton of chances that were like literally scrambling all over the box. Actually, probably more in this game than we did in Fulham. Fulham, they were more like last inch tackles that they stopped us from scoring. This, like, we literally hit everything and everybody in the box except for going in the net. So it was really frustrating. I think we should have had 3 maybe at halftime. So that was a bit irritating. It's the second game in a row where we just weren't as clinical in the box as we were early on in the season. But we're still very aggressive and getting lots of shots on goal. And they really had nothing in the first half. Nothing. Fulham had nothing. And Fulham almost had nothing for the whole game. Aston Villa got a little bit more of the ball in the second half. We're a little bit more aggressive. And I think we were losing the plot a little bit in that. We were getting kicked all over the place. So I don't think that helped. Early scrambles. Xhaka's great run for the first goal. Such a great peel off. Like him getting into the box, playing offensively, which not playing as a double pivot, actually running in and then crossing the ball over. I thought that run, actually I thought it was offsides, and then when I watched it again, there might have been Cash. I'm not sure who their one fullback was, or was it Digne on the other side, just leaving him on. So I thought that was great. Xhaka playing way more offensive now. We're getting a goal from it. Love it. I have on here Kamara fouls. We already talked about that. Kamara literally fouled a billion times. It was very irritating. The Martinelli volley off of the Xhaka header down. So the ball into the box. Xhaka plays a beautiful off the softened head back to Martinelli, and he just like side volleys it upper 90. Of course, Martinez saves it because that man loves a poster save. Yeah, great save, amazing shot. I thought it was going in for sure, and Martinez made a great save as he normally does, except for the goal or the second one. So right from the American perspective, second half, I thought Aston Villa they certainly, it looks like they came out with a little different perspective. They tried a little bit harder. We still had control of the game. They were definitely getting down the flanks a bit more. And they were trying to stretch us. They were really narrow in the first half, so everything was funneling to our strengths. I thought Saliba and Gabriel looked great as usual. Gabriel's stats were actually really good in this game. But in the second half, I think they got a bit more width. Bailey was getting a little bit more on the ball. Yeah, I mean, they were a little bit more dangerous, but not crazy dangerous. They did have a nice shot that really went right at Ramsdale that could have been a little bit better. I forget who made that shot, but a couple opportunities that we didn't shut down early enough. The Douglas Luiz goal. So from the American perspective, right before he did that corner kick, right when he subbed on, they said that in the League Cup he scored a goal directly from the corner. And it sounds like that's play for them, right? They just put a person right in front of the goalkeeper and then wrap their arms around the goalkeeper so the goalkeeper can't move. Once again, the VAR looked at it. When you saw the behind Ramsdale shot, you can see the guy holding Ramsdale and Ramsdale, trying to get around and move him out of the way to get to the ball. We probably should have had somebody on the front post. It wouldn't have been an issue. I didn't realize we normally don't do that because we normally don't have issues. So that was the first time I think I noticed that we didn't have a front post person, but it was a great corner kick. Douglas Luiz he's a class player. I'm a fan of him anyway, but yeah, once again, Kamara shouldn't have been on the field. He should have had 2 yellows by that time, and they would have had 10 men and possibly not scored that goal. But I guess it really doesn't matter because we went down the other end of the field very quickly, and Martinelli said, "Not today. I'm scoring another one," and actually took it really well. I thought the build-up play was really great. I thought Saka was tricky today. I thought he looked really good. Martinelli winning balls when he loses the ball, like his ability to get in front of the person and put his body between the ball and the offensive player and get the ball back and turn and go the other direction. He did that like 3 or 4. He was a monster today. He had such an amazing game. I thought he was really influential. I thought Saka had a really good game as well. I thought Jesus put himself about, was getting kicked around a little bit. He was a part of the scrambles. Odegaard was amazing again, 2 games in a row. I hope he's not hurt for Sunday. That would be a big loss. Obviously, we'd probably see Smith Rowe come in for that. But yeah, once again, Martin Odegaard getting absolutely crushed because he's the best player on the pitch. So it is what it is, I guess. So Martinelli's goal, I thought it was great. It was a great take. Actually, I think the defender put Martinez off because Martinez, if it was a straight shot at him, he kind of almost got a hand to it, or did get a bit of a hand to it. Might have got more of a hand, but I think he saw it extremely late because the defender was kind of right in line. But really great finish. It was a lethal finish. We needed it, and yeah, it was great. Odegaard injuries, Ramsdale's injury. I don't really know what Ramsdale's injury was. He was grabbing the back of his leg like it was maybe a hamstring, but then he took 3 monster goal kicks, free kicks right after that. I believe with the same leg. Yeah, because he kicked with his right, and he was grabbing his right leg on the ground. So I'm not sure. I don't know if he was just trying to waste time, but it seemed like it's the same leg. But then when you're booting goal kicks and free kicks, using quite a bit of that on the same muscle group. So, yeah, not really sure. Not really sure what happened. Hopefully everything's fine. We certainly got beat up tonight quite a bit, but 2-1 win again. Scoring right after the other team scores. I really like this trend a lot. Wasn't really focused on the fans and the atmosphere. I was just really frustrated, really irritated, like yelling at my TV. Normally I'm pretty relaxed. Tonight I was yelling at my TV because I was irritated by the way we were being treated and it wasn't being handled. I don't appreciate that. I don't like it. I understand why teams do it. It's just, it needs to be governed. They're telling the ref, govern me, or I'm going to continue to do this, and this is my tactic. And I'm sure Stevie G was like, do it until you get your yellow card and then back off. Well, they were never getting them, so why not have at it? And, we could have had a couple series. And Martinelli got tackled pretty high as well. It was really frustrating for me. So that was probably my main highlight. So Lokonga, I thought he did a really, really good job. I thought Xhaka I thought our whole team actually played pretty well tonight. One thing, when we're playing teams that are like Aston Villa, in that mold where we're going to be super offensive, we're really missing Zinchenko in that role. Nothing wrong with Tierney. I think if we have to be more defensive, Tierney's obviously a better defender. I think we miss Zinchenko with that build-up play, especially when teams just on the ball, more calmness, finding passes, things like that. I thought our link-up play between the triangles was really good in the second half, even when we were 2-1 up. A couple of games we've been up and then we've been nervous and just kind of booting the ball everywhere. I thought we were really focusing on staying true to who we are and moving the ball around in the triangle. So that was great to see. Hopefully Ramsdale's okay. Hopefully Odegaard's okay. Hopefully no more injuries we don't know about. Tommy also looked good when he came on. And Kedia looked amazing when he came on again. Love his cameos. I think he's ready. He's going to light up Europa League. I think he's really hungry. And I think he's raring to go. And his expansiveness, his running at people, his hold-up play, he's an explosive player. I'm really glad that he stayed. I'm really glad he can come off the bench because as a defender, once again, you're literally bodying with Jesus the entire game. He's so tricky. And then you have power, hunger, intensity coming at you for the last 20 minutes of the game. It's got to be the worst thing watching that come on. So really proud of the team. 5 out of 5. So last time we whenever we won the first 5, we've never finished lower than second, which is pretty interesting. Obviously, it's just stats. There's lots to go. But I think lots of teams are realizing that the Fulhams, the Aston Villas, the Crystal Palaces are not easy games this year. There will be no easy games. Absolutely no easy games except, maybe Bournemouth 9-0 Liverpool. So, yeah, that's all I got. If you have any comments, what was your favorite part of the game? What did you enjoy? What irritated you? Since this is, I'd say, my irritation episode, first one of the season. This was a major one for me. I was just really frustrated. I actually went on like an hour walk after because I was just really annoyed. So yeah, let me know. Let me know what your favorite thing and your biggest irritation was. And yeah, we'll catch you on the next video. Thanks.